Hi, welcome to Facebook Live. I got my miracle. My name is Sally Gray, and I'm here with my very dear friend Sandy Simbler, and she is from Florida. Sandy,
Yes.
welcome.
I am so happy to be here.
Welcome to Rythmia.
Yeah.
So, beautiful Guanacaste, Costa Rica. We welcome you in the middle of winter back in the States.
Yeah, it's Florida back home, so I have very
Oh,
similar,
that's true.
very
It's
similar weather.
It's actually spring.
But there's been nothing like this at home. That's
Beautiful.
for sure. Yeah.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. So,
Okay.
I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
So, just like whatever you feel to share, you share.
Okay.
So, what brought you to Rythmia this week?
Okay. Well, rythmia's been on my in my awareness for a while, and I've experienced medicine in other places, really more privately in a home environment, and it was the perfect timing. I mean, coming here to celebrate a friend's birthday in the most unique way was special. A whole group of us coming together to do our healing. There's nothing like that when we're all on that same path. But I've been in the process of what I like to call it my life colonic, going through a divorce, I mean, having some businesses, tied up in the divorce, and really it being the perfect storm and the perfect cocktail to make me question my identity.
Yes.
Made me question, at 50 something years old, like, who am I?
Right.
I really thought I had it all figured out. And right. And I had done so much healing. And in fact, I'm in the healing space where I teach people,
Yes.
How to really tap into their own essence and heal. And so I was major imposter syndrome, to be honest with you.
Oof,
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. I mean, really wondering, like, how am I able to teach this so well to other people and help them with their lives? But here I am again in another space where I'm control alt deleting my life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so, I believe that when we listen, the messages will come, the teacher will come, and it came in the form of, this birthday party invitation, and I made it happen. And, I was a little nervous,
Yes.
but I also was ready for it. I mean, I'm just ready for a change. And I knew that 4 days of medicine, consecutive days of medicine,
Right.
was really going to help me break through some of those blocks, because I know I'm better than living in this imposter syndrome space. I know that. Yeah.
Well, I know you're not an imposter,
Yeah.
but how we feel is how we feel.
Totally.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So you came here to get
Yeah.
a spiritual colonic.
Yeah.
And
Basically.
we give you regular colonics
Absolutely.
as well. So that's
Yes,
beautiful.
I got it all. I got it all, and that's so much so. I mean,
Yes.
that I decided, I wanted to, as you know, stay another week. I decided that there's something here that is a safe place.
Yes.
I'm in the middle of, doing some big. I'm in my own think tank.
Yes.
And so this is going to be great to be here to convalesce and be able to enter again. I didn't necessarily think I needed the medicine again, but I really felt so safe here. It feels like it's a womb, and it feels like such a safe place to actually come and process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's described as a womb alive.
Yeah, it
Yes.
really does feel that way.
That's beautiful.
And the community is spectacular. And I was kind of jump in the way that I experienced the staff. I also hold space, and maybe 80 or so people is the most I've had in one space at a time, and just watching how the team in ceremony, the team outside of ceremony,
Right.
everyone works in this. It's like this perfect orchestra, this symphony, and it just that brought tears to my eyes, because it feels like such a family.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but it really does.
It really is.
Yeah.
It is. And yeah. And families are always mirroring. We're always looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
And we're always working on our stuff.
100%,
So it's beautiful. Like, it's family, but it's real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So your intention for coming was kind of a reset.
Yes.
Did you get what you were looking for?
Yeah, and then some, for
And
sure.
then some?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll share. I mean, we talked
Yes,
about
I love
that. More specifically, I came here as I was, working with my teacher. It's like, what do I really, 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 what does little Sandy want?
Yeah.
And it was honestly to experience my body, experience my nervous system before there had been any pain. Like, if I could have anything in the world, Santa Claus, spiritual Santa Claus, like, what would it be?
Right.
It was really around, if I could experience my nervous system, experience my body before there was any trauma, drama, PTSD, anything that happened to me at 3 years old, any of that. Like, what would it feel like? Even if it was just for a minute. And I got it. And it was I mean, it was exquisite. And honestly,
Yes.
I'm carrying that forward.
Oh yeah.
I can feel it and I know it. And it's just such a reset.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, even so, most of my, the issues in the tissues have been on the right side, which is the more masculine side.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you that the aches and pains I had, especially around my neck, where I've had chronic pain, due to an injury by a male in my life years ago, I literally watched it leave me on Thursday night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
Watched it leave
so
my body.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was a miracle. To use the miracle term.
To use the miracle term,
It was a
yeah.
miracle.
Because
Yeah.
a miracle can be so many things.
It sure can.
Miracles. I
Yeah.
woke up this morning and
Absolutely.
I heard the birds chirping
Yes.
or whatever. Or it could be, oh my gosh, I
Yes, I
watched
agree.
something leave my body.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's interesting how that word can trigger so many people, but I choose it can trigger all kinds of things. And to me, I agree with you. I think the miracle is just being on this side of the earth versus the other, and how we choose to live each day. I mean, our life is a living prayer.
Right.
And so how we want to show up for it. And so this just helps, it just helps. I was explaining my experience when this happened. It was as if there was spiritual dental floss in my brain, just scrubbing all the plaque of all the injuries that ever happened to me, all the pain, all the abuse to myself, all the abuse from others. And I was like, that was the best dental surgery I've ever had. Like, that was great. It was all in my brain. So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, medicine's so good for the brain.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
Sandy and I met early in the week.
Yes, we did.
We just kind of bumped into each other. Nothing's happenstance around here,
Yes.
but it was definitely not a planned visit, only to find out that we have
so much in
common.
Yes.
So we became fast friends and realized that we're soul family for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
You will find that a lot here, definitely.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. The other thing I'll say too, as a little added commercial, I guess, so to speak, is how everyone, we were just talking at lunch, there's like a 10-year facelift on everyone.
Right.
I mean, there's what,
minimum.
I mean, minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're all looking like, wow, it's nice to meet you. Like, hi, I'm Sandy. It's nice to meet you. I didn't recognize you. It's exquisite.
People change.
People change.
Physically change. Dwayne talks about that in orientation.
Yeah. Stress and trauma will do that. Yeah.
And as women, we tend to wear it on our face.
Well, and then the cortisol that we're keeping in our body. I mean, I'm watching these women, because the food here is delicious, right? And we eat well, but it's interesting just watching us all like lean out. I know we're not here to lose weight. I mean, listen, many of us lost like 225 pounds, right? Right? or so. Yeah, exactly. And then, but just losing, even just temporarily, that cortisol push to be here in a safe environment. Right. It's priceless.
Yes.
They're priceless.
Cannot put a price on that.
No, you can't.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you.
I'm so happy.
And I'm happy you're staying another week.
I am too.
Like how you're going to see at the end of next week. I can't even wait to see what's going to happen this week.
Yeah, we were joking, like the best, brand ambassador, the best lawyer, the best accountant, whatever you happen to be dealing with.
Yeah, yes.
You get to come here and do your own consult with yourself, and then take it back to the medicine. And I mean, that doesn't get better than that.
No.
So if you have the privilege to be able to do that, and I just created it for myself, I'm like, I'm going to cancel this, do this, prioritize this, and I'm thrilled.
I love that.
I'm thrilled.
I love that. And we were talking earlier, just before we came on, and you said, you just kind of put it out there to spirit and the universe. She's like, well, if it's easy, then I'll know it's meant to be.
Absolutely.
Week after week, I see this.
Yeah,
it's easy.
Yeah, it is literally like I call it the red carpet of the the universe.
When you're called and you listen.
Yes. We all have it. Yes. It's a matter of paying attention.
Right.
And I think for this, it just took the cataracts off so I could see again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for you.
Yeah.
This has been a beautiful week.
Yeah, I think that anybody, I wanted to tell my divorce lawyer about this too. I mean, I think anybody who I get a lot of referrals from my divorce attorneys and such. It's just it's interesting that this brings so much clarity.
Yes.
And so much about what really matters most.
Absolutely.
And also how to just take off the trauma responses of I'm responding to control or feelings of being abused.
Right.
I mean, I think one of the craziest things that one of the attorneys said to me, "Is just trust me, Sandy. Just trust me. Just trust me." And I didn't understand why that was triggering me, until finally it hit me. I'm like, "Listen here, buddy. I do want to trust you more than anything. I want to trust you,
Right.
but there's a reason why I can't, and it has to do. I bet you probably have a job because one day, two people said I do, and they trusted each other until they didn't. And so I said, I need for you, and I really was teaching him about emotional intelligence and how to actually calibrate to someone because it wasn't personal, right? But it was interesting. And so just being here for a week, being able to lean back and allow myself to calibrate to the higher frequency to then negotiate from there.
Right.
Yeah.
And safe to say you trust the medicine, you trust the medicine family, you trust.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I trust we're all guided, and I mean,
Yes.
and listen, no one's coming here because it's necessarily fun. I mean, it's not like you don't come to do Aya because it's like a fun, jovial experience. I mean, it gets there. It gets there. The bliss will come.
Yeah.
But you're definitely coming here to do the work. And I have to give you credit as well. All of you is the prep work, just the classes. Being the integration and what you guys offer after the experience. I mean, it's not like anything I've ever seen. And for the investment, because it is an investment, the ROI is through the roof. Right. And just also seeing so many people who repeat, that really blew my mind. I had no idea that people kept coming back.
Oh yeah,
to the degree that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that speaks volumes.
Yeah, once you come back the second time, you're like your family.
Yeah,
and then when you're back for the fourth or fifth time, you're like practically on staff.
Yeah. It sounds that way. Yeah. But and I've really witnessed people on this trip who've come here in the past, plan their next trip while they're here. And I think that's someone who is an entrepreneur. I mean, there's nothing better than that type of referral system where people keep coming back.
Right.
They're coming back.
Right. And word of mouth is the strongest.
Yes, absolutely. I really, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for letting me share too.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah.
So for our audience out there, for somebody who has never been to rythmia, never done ayahuasca, but it's like they feel the call. Because I remember before I came here, the pull was so strong. Like I couldn't. I was like my hands were like, typing out. I was like paying for the trip, and I was on the phone and doing all the things. I was like my soul was doing all the work because my body was like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Like, I'm game.
Yeah.
But so what would you tell to somebody brand new who's never done the medicine, who's curious and feels the call?
Yeah.
What would you say to our group out there, our audience?
Well, first off, I mean, I think that your intake, just having the initial conversation was beautiful because I brought a friend with me who had never done the medicine. Okay. So she had a beautiful consult with Daniel, and that really was, she was nervous. That was the thing for her. Yeah. And I think that just take advantage of the staff they have on hand. I mean, to answer any questions. I mean, you'll know if it's right for you. Right. But if there's any hesitation at all, talk to someone here first. And of course, there's so much research on the internet, but I would first go to source and then go to the source and contact someone here. I thought, I mean, even with me, experienced medicine for the last decade, I learned so much just talking to Daniel, and then also the way that you do your intake with the 1, 2, 3, 4 emails that come through, and it's not like drinking out of a fire hose. I mean, it's like you really give it to us in a way. So whether you're seasoned or not, I find that it's there's something there for everybody.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And our sales team, everybody's done the medicine.
Yes.
So they can speak from personal experience.
Absolutely.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because you just there's confidence when you're booking with somebody who uses the product.
Well, and even I know there was a friend who was looking to come and had been on some medication, and even was they was sharing about that very very confidentially but very honestly, and there was suggestions on when it was a good time for him to come.
Absolutely.
And I think that's really important too, because that really gave people some confidence that I've spoken to, that it's not just sales and bring somebody in at all costs. I mean, they were literally turning people away.
Yes.
Meaning you guys are turning because you want everybody to be safe.
100%.
I mean, that to me, I mean, I'm always looking for authenticity and congruency and coherence, and to me that also was a winner.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Sandy, you're
guys.
amazing, and I'm excited to have you for another week.
Yeah, I am too.
It's going to be super super exciting.
Yeah.
And so anybody who's interested, please come to Rythmia Life Advancement Center in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. See us. We would love to see you. I'm here about 11 months a year. So chances are you'll run into me, and I would be honored to meet with you and say hello and have a beautiful day.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye.